There's a lot of work that we do, and if you watch our videos, especially Future Speak, you get an idea about our focus on correlations. We always are looking at how one market affects something else, as we need to have guides for our trading as to what the greatest influences might be, because that helps us with the higher probability entries and directional biases to our positions. So we're always looking at that, and I'm always commenting in that, especially in that video on Wednesday. So when I'm looking at movement in commodity prices, I'm often looking at stocks that are relative in those particular groups. And coffee has had a price surge. And we were actually looking for that, and it really, really went well. And that is meaningful for Starbucks, because Starbucks, their biggest input cost is the cost of coffee. And when prices go up, well, they either have to pass that on to the consumer, which of course is price inflation, which we're experiencing. And if they can't do that, then their margins get squeezed. And it's often that they can't raise prices quickly enough to compensate for that. We see that in other industries also, often see that in oil and refining industries, where if they don't have enough oil saved up and prices jump up, the refiners get squeezed. So we look at a lot of that, and we see that. In this case, we're looking at the coffee price in Starbucks. We're going to start with the chart of Starbucks, and it gives me the opportunity, again, just as Arvi did in the last video, to do a little teaching around cycle analysis. So this is a Starbucks, and we're going to look at the weekly chart first. If I go back, you'll see on the left was the weekly, and on the right was the daily chart. We do analysis always on at least 2 time frames. So here you could see the rhythmic motion in Starbucks. This bigger arc on the bottom is called a cycle bracket. That is simply a guide. That is not cycles, that is a guide to cycles. And what that says is that there is a dominant rhythm that you can see. And what we're looking at is how it resolves itself up here. Nice diamond pattern look right over here, which is a consolidation. This is the momentum indicator and shows you where momentum is up and going strong, and the momentum is still strong. Now, interesting, you'll see when the cycle peak came right over here, it made an engulfing. Here we had an evening star that formed right over there. So this is the first sign on an intermediate chart that Starbucks could be peaking. Now, the next sign would be a breakdown either on the short-term chart or a breakdown in momentum, as this indicator would then turn down. Now you could see the minor cycle movement right in here and how that resolves itself right in here. Here is your minor cycle right there, looking like it's kind of made a low right over here. It tries to get up a little bit more here and then likely turns down right there. That is a significant a piece of information, because these supports right over here would be the downside target in the Starbucks market. So that to us points down to about something like an 8 to 15% loss coming up in Starbucks over the next couple of months. So the window for that decline right over here is coming in here between mid-June and mid-July. So we believe it's topping, and we believe it's going to decline into this time frame window right over here where these 2 cycles nest. Like what happened in here, where there was some selling that came in, but this was very strong. And what happened right over here where selling came in, and that also was very strong, hit supports and then moves up. So we believe, based on this intermediate pattern, that a topping condition is there. Now let's look right over here and look at the daily chart. You can see that this also has cycle rhythms in there. Well, there are actually 2 of them that we have in here. They're out of phase, as we call them, because the short cycle, that blue dashed line, you can see how it trades right in here, and it's now in a rally phase, but it's not able to get up very high. And upward momentum right over here, where we're getting some buy signals, has now neutralized. Now, this is the slim ribbon, and that's where you get the momentum condition, and you can see here it has begun to neutralize right there. And what this says to us is that there was some important low right over here, which it equaled at this point, that this is simply like a little bear flag, and this is likely to resolve itself on the downside again. This points to this declining phase, which is about 6 to 8 weeks long, being made up of a decline right over here, a rally that fails, and then another decline following that to make the low. So that means that Starbucks has a high probability of being a sell right now for short-term traders, and for intermediate traders, if it got a little bounce in here, it might be a selling opportunity after some decline. But overall, this has a lot of indications to us of topping. So we said that the real influence in here is the market goes to all-time highs, and now Starbucks is beginning to languish, is the coffee market. So we're going to put up /KC. A lot of you don't have access to this if you don't subscribe to the ICE market, but we're going to, again, look at the weekly and the daily. So our analysis in here shows these big cycles. You can see that. And each of those cycles is made up of 4 minor cycles. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This upward slope warned us that a lot of strength was coming in versus the downward slope in this big cycle. And we had indicated that that was a lot of strength. And what we saw was this beautiful pattern setting up with this diamond consolidation, and then the minor cycle bottoming. We said we're likely to be moving up again. Momentum turns up, and our target up the area of about 150 to 160, and now we're even raising it up to the potential of 170 that you see right there. So this is the fib target zone. It gets up actually to those levels already, and now it could actually go to 170. This is only 4 weeks into this advance, and most of the advances are going to last much longer than that. So the next month, month and a half could get you 160, 170, as you see there. On the shorter term patterns, these are the cyclical patterns there. We have the weekly extensions put into that, and you could see the nice cyclical rhythms that are right in here, and the movement where you had the low here, the low here, the low here, hits the buy zone right there perfectly, and then turns up. Momentum strong on the slim ribbon. Buy signal right over there. This is the signal indicator for the momentum, and it says the price is going up. All of that very much in alignment. When you look at the weekly cyclical patterns, quite bullish when you look at that. You look at the daily cyclical patterns, momentum turns strong, and the prices move sharply up. Well, when the prices are moving up and likely to keep moving up, that is likely to squeeze the margins in Starbucks. As we look at that, it says to us, Starbucks is underperforming the market right now, and we know why. The correlations are there, the costs are going up for Starbucks, and that stock is going to have a hard time, we think, in the next, we'll just call it 6 to 8 weeks, with a pretty good chance it's going to lose somewhere between 10 and 15%, and we think that's probably a best case for Starbucks. Starbucks warning on a coffee price surge. I hope you found that incredibly interesting. This is a reminder about our level 4 membership special, 35% discount for active traders, investors, and you get the slim charts. You get slim charts for the Thinkorswim platform on our 84 best traded symbols. You get support from me, from RV, from Matt. You can make custom chart requests for up to 2 of those a week. And just sign up for a TD Ameritrade account through the askSlim link, and we get credit for that if you don't have a TD Ameritrade account, and you'll need that to get our live charts. But you're also going to get everything in levels 1, 2, and 3, and there's a sign up link right at the front page. I just want to show that to you right over here. So here is the sign up link, special level 4 on the front page. And if you go over to the carousel, that little arrow right there, then you can keep scrolling over. Lots of information that we give you about us, and then click on this Thinkorswim by TD Ameritrade logo there, and it will take you to be able to open up an account at TD Ameritrade. That is how you will then get our charts to upload on that TD Ameritrade program. I'm going to quickly take you to our dashboard. And going to the dashboard, you'll be able to see what is included as a level 4 member. This is the level 4 all-in dashboard. Everything that we have in level 1 and 2 are listed right over here. Our daily snapshot, our live stream broadcasts. I'm not going to show you all of these because it'll just take forever. We offer so much content. You can ask Matt about it all at matt@askSlim.com. We have our a Spider ETF review, our weekly outlook for the SIR. You'll get our market week minutes, future speak minutes. That's where you can go directly to the point on those videos where you want to see your symbol of interest. You're going to get all of our chart streams, our Slimulator ranking systems. I'm going to show you that one. Trade ideas, our Slimulator momentum tracker, chart streams. These are our live charts running. You don't need a special platform. You'll be able to watch some of our very key charts for trading, and you'll be able to make level 4 chart requests. This is just fantastic. I'm going to give you a little peek at that. Somebody asks for a particular analysis. Somebody asked for askSlim, so that analysis was given to them. They get a link to put up on Thinkorswim, and then these charts get posted right over here where it gives you that information on askSlim. So that's for the chart requests. There's so much in here. I just can't even give it all to you. All of our proprietary indicators, you will get that as level 4 in our askSlim library with over 500 videos in there. Just unbelievable information. Let's go to the workbench really quickly, and you'll be able to get a look at the workbench. And you'll be able to see that it gives you just a list of everything that's posted all day long. We don't stop giving you analytical things. I'm just going to go to the ranking system, which are those 84 symbols that we think are the best for you to trade, and give you an idea of the Slimulator ranking system. This has long-term, intermediate, short-term, and our option bias indicator in there. You want to know which are the strongest directional biases and what that information means. All you have to do, well, let's say, what are the most bearish stocks out of or symbols out of what we're looking at? And you can see in here, First Solar, Netflix, Nike, Twitter, the dollar. Those are all extremely negative. You can see, in fact, the dollar is negative all the way across right there. You want to see by long term which are the strongest or the weakest. You can do that. And by the way, the strongest on our directional bias are Google, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, the financials, EWW. You get an idea of that. You want to know what the weekly chart is on Goldman Sachs? We'll just click right over here, and there it is with all of our work for you. You want to know what the daily chart is on Goldman Sachs with all of our work? You just click that, all of that. All of this included in your level 4 membership. Just fantastic information that you're going to get. This is the Slimulator ranking system that has all that information on there, and scanning, just individual symbols you can look for. Just fantastic. This is a little different than our Slimulator momentum tracker because this has a lot more information in there. So that's the workbench right over there. And this is the askSlim site. You can just go up there to level 4 special and sign up using that. And if you have any questions that you would like to ask about all of this, or you somehow can't access the link, write Matt at askSlim.com, and he's going to tell you all about that. 35% off for new level 4 members or upgrades from one of our other levels. Use that sign up link. And you will pay only $101.25 a month versus our regular $159 a month, and that is a fantastic deal. It's amazing how much you're going to get, and for 3 months you're going to get such an unbelievable feel of the constant analysis and education that we send all day long, every single day, and all of the live things that we have going on all day long. So I think you're going to love it. Please do take advantage of this. Biggest discount we'll ever offer on this active trader investor membership with Slim's charts on the Thinkorswim platform. So please do open up a Thinkorswim TD Ameritrade account.